Look out, we back with another one, you dig, Jack. And I don't know if y'all seen this not too long ago in Florida. It was like last week. It was a black teen walking around his neighborhood, and some white man was basically following him around, harassing him. Even white man put out a gun on the boy. Like, the shit was sad, but that white man did get fired from his job this week because it's a poor start. Like, yeah, that's good for your dumb ass. But let's get into this video though. You doing stupid shit like that.
More than we thought. So now we find out that the teen who was followed by white males in the community simply for existing, well, allegedly one of those white males pulled out a gun on him, and that white male has been fired from his job for
As
doing
he
so.
should.
Let me remind you of the incident. Here it is.
Just the one that put the gun out on
What's going on, buddy?
He said the boy threatened his wife.
Nigga done brought a
No, answer the question.
team out here.
Obviously, he doesn't live here.
The reason why I asked you to live here is a private community, so if you don't live here, you need to leave. If you live here, you're visiting a friend, that's fine, just let us know, because you're getting neighbors concerns.
Like, this shit right here basically reminds me of the 40s and 50s. I mean, I got old school uncle. I got a pops that's in the damn near 60. He damn near 60. I got uncles in they damn near 70s. My uncles told me, because I'm from Louisiana, my uncle told me back in the day, when white folks used to had to come in there and they was walking on the sidewalk, they would have to get out the sidewalk and go like this, good day to them and shit like that. And my uncle said he got to a point where they stopped doing it, stopped busting them upside their head and shit. Like, they said that they were young boys, so they stopped going for the mission. My dad also told me in the story, he said back in the day they used to have the movie theater separate. The white folks used to sit at the bottom and the black folks sit at the top. So my daddy was a badass kid. My daddy was bad as fuck. He said they start sneaking like rocks and bottles and shit in the movie theater. He said they'll treat them bad, you know. They'll let the white folks come there, let them skip them and shit in line and shit. I know I'm getting off subject, but I'm just telling you like stories about this shit. He said he was like they'll take bottles and shit and rocks and throw the motherfuckers down at the bottom of at the bottom where the white folks would. Cause I mean, you gotta think about it. That's today. They used to get treated bad, bro. But it is. My daddy was a bad ass dude, but
Walking around my house? I'm not walking around your house. Hold on, Steve. You've been past my house 4 times. I don't know you. I've never seen you here before, and you're walking past my house over and over again. So if you live here or you have a friend you're visiting here, that's fine.
I'm not in front of your house.
You're actually following me.
You went up the wrong way. We're just asking a question. You live out here?
oh, and to answer that shit.
I'm a part of the neighborhood.
You're part of the neighborhood? Does that mean you live here? It's simple.
Like, bro, what?
When I give you the rest of the story, the irony
Bro, they didn't even play
is
the whole
unbelievable.
video, bro.
Put up the picture full mass. In an update,
I've been trying to find this whole video, but it's like it ain't really out to the public like that. Like it's not hit the worldwide news like that. Like it's hard to find this video, but basically the boy like he put a gun on his boy like for what? For walking around the neighborhood. Like we deserve to walk around the neighborhood, especially we live in it. But that shit crazy.
London Stock Exchange has fired Mr. Stephen Correga. Stephen is one of its British employees
Bitch ain't from
living
here.
in the United States. Because the British employee living in the United States allegedly racially
like, fuck
profiled an American citizen in his own neighborhood.
You ain't even from here.
You cannot make this up. After a racial profiling incident in which the black teen was followed around his own community by several white residents, including the employee, who allegedly also pulled a gun. What's going on, buddy? Stephen asked, approaching the teenager in a white ball cap turned backwards.
This motherfucker from Britain. You ain't even from over here. That's the
Sweat
crazy
soaking
part.
his shirt, hands on his hips. But the teen ignored him because he has a right to.
This shit remind me of Trevor Martin so much, bro. Like the boy was basically walking home with an Arizona tea and the Skittles. And Zimmerman did that to Zimmerman got beat up by that boy, and he couldn't take the fact that he got beat up, so he took that man's life. R.I.P. Trayvon Martin.
And kept moving. In the background, it looked like Stephen had just stepped out of a white sports car, which was parked basically illegally in the middle of the street with the door wide open. I mean, look at that car in the background. He was following the guy in the car. What kind of neighborhood watch is this?
Shit.
Quote, he won't answer my questions, Stephen told his partner before someone off camera said, obviously he doesn't live here. Another echoed. Somebody said, loser. Another person chirped. From there, Stephen falsely accused the teen of accosting his wife. You went up to my wife, he said flatly. The teen immediately denied it. Bro, I didn't go up to your wife, bro. Calmly adding, I don't know what you're talking about. I think I could walk around my neighborhood, the teen said firmly. That's if you live here, Stephen shot back. Do you live here? He asked again. See, Stephen, if I can call you that, sir, let's put his picture back up. Stephen, since you lost your job with the London Stock Exchange, are you going to still be able to live there, sir? Will you be able to make that mortgage payment? Can you pay off your fancy sports car now? Sir, are they going to now follow you next time you come to your community?
See, this for somebody ain't over here, of course, bro. What if that young boy had that thing on him, you dig, and he wanted to be, put his car in park and go to the other side, and that young boy seen him pull that gun out and when it blew his ass down in front of his wife and kids. Then what this self-defense then, cause that little boy on the right, cause you followed him around. What if that boy had, that's me. I don't walk around nowhere while my shit up on me, cause like, bro, nah. I stand in the neighborhood like that. Yeah, I don't know. They got Confederate flags out in the garage trying to hide them shit, trying to wave. Nah, I don't like all that jack. But what if that boy had that thing on him? You ain't even from over here. You don't know how this shit works. What if that little boy had that thing on him and when to blitz your ass down right in front of that car, right in front of your wife and kid, right in front of your neighbors, because you want to act hard and want to do all this extra shit, bro. Like, it's a consequence behind every reaction you're doing on this earth, bro. Like, your reaction could have got you killed if that little boy would have did it. Had that shit on, he would have did it to you. I would have did it to you, because you ain't finna hurt. Bitch, this ain't no fucking 60s and 70s. No fucking 40s and 30s. Like, man, that's a no-go, Jack. I'm from a different breed. Nah, I'm a different breed. That ain't going, bro. I ain't going at all. And you look at it, they ain't one of them young niggas that had that switchy switch on to clap your ass down, because, nah.
You should have been standing up for the young man. Okay? You should have said to those who are following him, guys, what are you doing? He has a right to walk in the community. That's when the teen raised his voice to Stephen. You're going to keep asking me the same question over and over again, the teen said, trying to make light of the situation, but he was clearly dismayed. This man following me.
That's crazy.
There's some harassment, right? The teen asked while looking directly into the camera. That's harassment, right? He kept repeating. Quote, I think what you did to my wife, yes, Stephen said, trying to gaslight the situation. From there, the video cuts off, but the situation continues to escalate, with the gun reportedly being drawn, although this alleged act did not appear in the video viewed by Atlanta Black Star.
Oh, yeah, it did.
The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office confirmed that it is, in fact, investigating, with detectives actively seeking and interviewing witnesses regarding an altercation involving neighbors who targeted a black teen for walking down the street. Meanwhile, the company acted swiftly, not waiting for the investigation to conclude before terminating Stephen Carrega for his involvement. Quote, the individual involved was initially suspended while we investigated the matter. An LSEG spokesperson said in a statement that didn't name the employee, but said the investigation is now concluded and the individual's employment has now been terminated. Put it up.
Out of there, Jack.
Okay. Now that's why he wears a hat, because his hairline begins somewhere
Middle. I don't cut
mid
that.
angle of the
Let it
head.
go. Let it LIG.
Stephen's face was clearly visible in the video, and online posters like Danish swiftly identified him, leading to a flood of angry messages directed at the London Stock Exchange Group on our employees to meet a high standard. LSEG operates a zero tolerance policy against any form of racism, discrimination, prejudice, or harassment. The company likely had a conversation with him, likely. That's not obviously conclusive. And whatever he provided in that conversation, if that conversation happened, led them to conclude he engaged in either racism, discrimination, prejudice, or harassment, or maybe all four.
All four.
Despite the accusations from multiple witnesses, Sarasota, Florida authorities have not confirmed the presence of a gun during the incident, and later stated that no crime was committed, according to reports citing those familiar with the incident. Okay? This is why we are here. This is why you are here. There are things that law enforcement and courts either are unable to handle or unwilling to handle. And when that happens, you have another quasi-court, let's call it the court of public opinion. And that is where we convene. We're able to look at a matter, and while it may not be criminally negligent or criminally done, even if we think it is, the local authority said it is not, well, at least we can judge it based on the public opinion aspect. And public opinion says what you and your associates did, sir, was in fact morally reprehensible. But in America, you could be morally reprehensible and not go to jail. It doesn't mean you avoid a penalty. Ben, it's very sad. This young man inside of his own community, his electricity.
But if you can see, it's a full video on TikTok. I'm pretty sure it's a full video on YouTube. I just can't find it. The black team, like I said, some Florida last week. Of course, y'all know they had the hurricane. They had a category like 4, I think, 4 or 3. But as you can see, it was a team. He was just literally walking around minding his business, but he had to get followed. And the boy, like in the video, he felt, you could tell he did like uncomfortable laughs, like he was kind of scared. I mean, as you said, like you got 4 or 5 white males following you. You don't know that, but they say that time used to be a sundown time back in the day. Did some research. They say it used to be a sundown time back in the day, but you know, I don't know. That shit is crazy, bro. Like for a motherfucker that's not even from, I don't even know he's from Britain. For a motherfucker not even from over here to be acting like that. You lucky that young boy had a blick on him. But get in the comments, let me know what y'all think. Like it and sub to the channel. Appreciate the love.